And welcome everybody, my name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you so very much for being here today. I have the Taurus February Tarot Reading. Okay, here are the tarot cards. Just quickly, if you are new, I like to have a little vision before I turn the cards over. Often adds to the reading a sort of different level, or something different to the cards. And it's amazing how they complement each other often. Okay, not always, but often. Okay, if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board and see what the cards have to say. Now, you can do this like pick a card. Just pick a number between 1 and 5 now, and go with the one that just jumps into your head without thinking about it too much. Or you can go week by week, but in February there's only 28 days, so you're going to have a card left over. Or just look at the whole thing holistically. Let's go with that card there. Close my eyes. What do I see? First impression is sheep, okay? And then I get wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? So it could be somebody around who is not what they pretend to be. They have a sort of two-faced or two different energies going on there, and you only see part of the story, okay? But that's one interpretation. We'll see when the card comes out what it means. Sheep also just follow along. It's never a good idea just to follow what other people say, and even me, okay? So the best psychic readings and tarot readings, in my opinion, are those readings that confirm what you already know or that resonate with you at a very deep level. Okay, the card that comes up is the Four of Pentacles. This is about your money. You may have been in a bit of a stuck situation, because you see here there's these mountains on either side, and at the back here mountains are challenges. So money challenges. There is a way through though, and this is through being determined and persistent. You can work your way out of the problems. She's actually looking at a piece of stone there, but to me it always looks like a laptop. So maybe that's you online working out your finances, keeping a spreadsheet or something like that, or perhaps you're earning money online in some way, or checking information about money that's coming to you. Okay, what else do I get? Just be careful. Okay, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Just be careful if people are asking you for money and saying, they're going to pay you back and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't go there. All right, so up to you, your choice. But yeah, the wolf in sheep's clothing, it's got something to do with your money. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. Incidentally, you're going to be okay here. You're going to work this out, and it's just sheer determination and work, basically, will get you out of trouble. Card 2. Let's go with that one. No, let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. Closing my eyes now. My first impression is a garage, and this is where you store a vehicle generally, or you fill it up with junk, one or the other, or both. A vehicle is about your independence, how you get around in the world, what you show the world about your life. Excuse me. And so, wow, I've got a lot of chest pain here. It's not mine. It belongs to somebody out there. I think it's called worry. Worry and fear or anxiety. Okay, so take a couple of deep breaths and calm down. You're going to be okay. All right. Yeah, I just feel that down deep in my lungs. And so it's that fear. Sometimes it's, if you look back in your life, go and check with your mother if you can about your birth. Was it a difficult birth? And do you think there might be an underlying fear of life? Okay, that's a big one that a lot of people have to contend with. The card that comes up is the Queen of Swords. Now, this perfectly fits with what I was just saying, because This is about the thoughts going over and over and over, driving you nuts basically. Sometimes not all our thoughts are wholesome. Our thoughts can keep us down in the mud, you know, and they don't allow us necessarily to look skyward and to see the opportunities that are actually there, because we're looking in the wrong direction. This Queen of Swords has had to chop her own head off because her own head is her enemy. Okay, so I'm not suggesting you do that for 1 second, but what I'm saying is chop those thoughts off that are pulling you down in the mud. If your brain is going 10 to the dozen and bothering you with negativity, then you have to take control of your own brain because it's your head. Queen of Swords, making a decision. Sometimes when you make a decision under this influence, you might have to be a bit ruthless and cut something off that you don't want to or you wouldn't normally do, but you know deep down in your heart of hearts it's required. See, she's seated on a large diamond here and has a diamond at the back. Diamonds caused by heat and pressure. So stress, it can be a stress response. But the healthy thing to do is whenever you have a negative thought coming up, imagine a stop sign or imagine a waterfall washing the negativity away and take some deep breaths. A lot of us don't breathe properly. We shallow breathe up in the top part of our lungs. And where the blocked energy is, because I just felt it, is down deep in the lungs, and it's from about halfway down, right down to the bottom of the lungs. So if you are smoking, please give it up if you can, because this is not good for your lungs, basically. So the thing to focus on is fear, releasing the fear. Make a decision, and this is not a bad energy. A lot of people go on about swords, being negative. No, it's only when it gets out of control. We actually need the Queen of Swords sometimes, really, not too often, but sometimes we might need this energy. It can be useful. Okay, all right. Card number 3. Card number 3. Let's see. What I can see, I'm going to go with that one that's trying to hide. Okay. Alright, closing my eyes now. What do I see for card number 3 for February Taurus? Terrific Taurus. Okay, so diamonds on your fingers and diamonds on your toes. There's a rhyme like that. Something wherever she goes. And so again, could be a focus on money, but it's more than that. It's value and your valuables. But diamonds in spirit are something that's very clear, precious, and suggests that your chakras are opening up to a higher level, particularly the crown chakra, Terrific Taurus. And maybe this sounds a bit woo-woo to you because you're generally quite practical, but there is a whole new opening up in your spiritual life coming. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune turns. This card says that nothing stays the same. Just because you were like such and such, over the last year or 2 years, 10 years, whatever, doesn't mean you'll always be like that. This is the opportunity to change this card represents. So the Wheel of Fortune turns and a new cycle is about to begin in your life if you've picked card number 3. Card number 3. All right, let's look at card number 4 and see what we get for you. Terrific Taurus. Okay, let's go with that one there. Flowers. Flowers are happiness. Trees can be like you or your family tree. But I have been seeing lately, and I see again just now, one tree out in front of the rest of the trees. So you're outstanding from the rest of your family in some way. You're standing apart from them. Perhaps it's to do with your spirituality, and particularly as you're starting this new cycle, you could lead the way in some way to do with your family. The card that comes up, yes, is the Three of Cups. This is sometimes to do with family or close friends. And it's like there's a celebration or going out, socializing, communicating. But be aware, these are three different people, okay? So although you have some things in common, you may not have everything in common. Sometimes I think with threes that it's a bit like, you know, a three-legged race. It works, it sort of works. You get ahead, but it's a bit sort of wobbly or a bit slower than what you would like. See, they're all in the fish's mouth here. That implies that there's sort of some subconscious thing going on between the three people, some subconscious connection and little subconscious complexes of energy, they're called, that are separate from the main personality, that they can be activated. So sometimes you might have a little bit of a disagreement, or you have two gang up against one or something like that, but it's not a big deal. There's probably not even an argument or anything like that. It's just three totally different personalities, and you can agree to disagree and there's no problem. But yeah, it's like socializing. Okay, card number 5. Card number 5, Terrific Taurus. Let's see what comes up for you. No. Let's go with that one there. Close my eyes now. Peaches. Don't know if that means anything to anyone. I see peaches. I don't know what peaches mean. Peaches. I knew a woman who was called Peaches once. It was like a nickname. I think it was because she had a nice bottom. She never said that, but that was all. I mean, I didn't even look at her bottom, right? She was a neighbour, and I met her only a couple of times, and I never saw her bottom. Always saw the front of her. But yeah, I was always wondering why was she called that, and that was the only thing I could think of. And so something to do with peaches is a factor. Oh, right, okay. So it could be on the macro level, the collective, Trump's impeachment, maybe. Because there's jokes about peaches. Somebody sent me a joke a couple of months ago about some peaches or something. So we might be hearing more about that. I said, well, not might, we definitely will. But what's it got to do with you, Taurus? That's what I want to know. What does that come up now? Pressure, they're saying pressure. Somehow maybe it's going to affect you in some way. I don't know. Okay, the card that comes up is the King of Cups. This is about being a master of your emotions. Well, isn't this interesting, given this Queen of Swords here? In many respects, this card is opposite to the Queen of Swords. This is a very generous person, probably a man or a woman past menopause, and he feels all of his feelings and he makes his decisions from his mind and his heart, whereas the Queen of Swords is all in the head. Okay, so they're sort of opposites. He has a very high vibration here around his throat with the gold. He's seated on 2 shells because he's in touch with his emotions in the unconscious waters. Okay, a lot of gold in the background here as well, because that's the solar plexus. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. It could be somebody helps you out or you help somebody out as well this month. It's like the positive father figure. So somebody could mentor you or help you out in some way as well. Okay, so there's your cards. 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Cups and King of Cups. Okay, so some tough decisions probably in the beginning of the month or the first half of the month, but it all works out, and you end up feeling pretty good at the end if you're doing this in terms of time. Okay, so I'll just close my eyes now, Terrific Taurus, and see if there's anything else I can tell you for February 2021. Gold, I see gold leaf patterns, the patterns of life, symbols. Perhaps you're becoming more interested in the esoteric, or maybe even like the mystical side of things, because these symbols are sort of like sacred symbols that I'm seeing. Maybe you're thinking about doing Reiki or having some sort of attunement in some sort of distance healing or a healing modality perhaps. They're showing me triangles and circles with keys going through the circles. These are keys to opening up your chakras, and so it's like when they open up, all this stuff's going to come out, but it needs to come out, and you know, you're having a sort of spiritual clean out, so to speak. Mushrooms. Be careful of magic mushrooms. I just don't know what do I say for mushrooms. Mushrooms kept in the dark. What's that saying? Kept in the dark, fed on BS and something else. Maybe, yeah, just be cautious. That first card, that first vision I had on the Four of Pentacles about the wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody not telling the truth, perhaps. Question mark. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, or maybe they're just not telling you the truth. Okay, what else can I see? Yeah, okay, and some cylinders, and so this thing about the cycles, the patterns, and you've got the opportunity this month, Terrific Taurus, to leave a cycle, a pattern that you've been repeating for a while. You've got the opportunity to step off that wheel and to, you know, get onto something better that suits you. Some stairs here, stone steps like a temple with these beautiful stone steps. You can walk up those and get in touch with the sacred side of life. Perhaps being a Taurus, you know, you're very practical and grounded, and maybe haven't put as much time or effort into your spiritual life as you could, but you know, there's a change this month, so you might become more interested in it. Okay, so that's it, Terrific Taurus. Hope this is useful. Please let me know. I would appreciate a like or comment, or if you shared this on your social media, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that too. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, all right, have a wonderful month, everyone, and I shall see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.